to check out one of the coolest bars in the world that happens to call Toronto home. Welcome to BARChef.
How's it going? Welcome to BARChef. Hi, how's it going? Yeah. Hey, how's it going today?
Good. Okay, what are you making for us today?
All right, today we're making a strawberry and basil spritz. The actual cocktail is our newest cocktail for spring and summer. It's an interpretation of a classic Aperol spritz, which is one of the most classic cocktails in the world. This is fresh mint that we pick daily for this cocktail. We're gonna do a strawberry cream, grapefruit zest. Next, we have our shaved ice granita. Granita is basically like a frozen ice. Then we shave it down with a fork. This is a elderflower brunoise. It's gonna have this really cool like texture because everything in the cocktail kind of seems very soft. This is gonna be our strawberry vessel. So this is a really cool technique that Chef Frankie Soleric actually created. We grab a ladle and we dip this mixture into a bath of strawberry juice, basil, Petrovoca, and then from here, we're gonna add a strawberry cream.
This is a total work of art.
It looks like a meal.
And then on top of that, one nice basil sprout. So this is basically a pressed wafer. So we basically build it in Italian meringue. This one has toasted strawberry and orange blossom in it. So we're gonna grab our foam right here. I'm gonna add one more and then dip it in liquid nitrogen. So what's gonna happen is the interior—
Just floating there?
Yeah, just floating.
Look at that.
So the interior structure of the cream and the meringue is gonna be stable. So during this time, I'm gonna build the cocktail now, okay? There is Aperol, that we infuse with dried rose, mint syrup, there's toasted chamomile and saffron bitters, and there's also some rosé prosecco on the side. And then from that, a big chunk of ice right there.
And you guys have had some pretty famous guests come in the doors here, right?
But yeah, like we had like these really cool Michelin-starred chefs like Curtis Duffy. We've had Jay-Z come in, Drake as well, all these really cool people. But I always say that any guest coming in to try our art is the real guest.
Ah, look at that!
And fantastic, yeah. So that's gonna be our strawberry and basil spritz. Grab your spoon, kind of crack it right in the center.
Oh, yeah.
How is it?
Wow. Wow. I could have a lot of these.
Right?
Just take a bite.
Exactly, small bites, and then go back to the cocktail.
This is an experience.
Right?
It is multisensory and immersive. Tell me a little bit about the vision behind the philosophy for this bar.
The beginning of this bar began as Chef Frankie Soleric kind of wanted to create these really cool techniques with cocktails. But what we're doing, we have a cryotech station, the exact same elements of a kitchen, but we're incorporating liquid nitrogen, dry ice, and all these cool techniques. Chef Frankie Soleric actually used to make this cocktail in the front bar in front of guests. Could you imagine?
Like leaning back.
Is this legal to do?
So much goes into these drinks. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you cooking that medium well or well done?
This is gonna be a perfect medium rare. All right, so from that, Chef Teresa is gonna strain our ice sphere. So this is the hand chip ice sphere.
Yes, this is really happening.
And then we'll present it table side.
How is it?
It's really good.
Sphered everything.
Just one sip for me, I'm driving the girls.
Amazing. So the next cocktail we're making is the Apricot Cocktail. So the actual cocktail we dropped were the apricot meringues. They've been cryopoaching in liquid nitrogen. The cocktail is a apricot infused brandy. It's an island scotch based toasted chamomile and saffron bitters. We kind of like to treat this as an apricot tree. So we have our apricot meringues that resembles our fruit. And then just like that, I recommend you eat it right away. Kind of breathe out through your nose to get the full effect.
Okay, now we're gonna have a look at the kitchen, also known as the lab, for a behind the scenes look. Come with me.
All right guys, come inside. Let's see the back kitchen. All right, this is where the magic happens. We're presenting the spring thaw cocktail at the moment. The flowers are real, so most chefs go to the farmer's market to get like produce, vegetables and stuff, but we go to nurseries to grab flowers and greens. So this is all real. So you got some like soldagos, there's Israeli ruscus, we got some daisies, lilies. tones of whites and pinks and yellows and greens. I'm gonna kind of place that right there. All right. The last cocktail of the night is gonna be our spring thaw cocktail.
And you can really smell it too. Like you can smell like it's like a bouquet.
Yeah, so like these are all real flowers. Chef Frankie Soler goes to grab these flowers weekly. It's a granita that's spherified as Campari and vanilla. But the really cool thing about the actual granita is proportioned to the amount of sugar and alcohol content to water. So what's gonna happen is when I pour the actual liquid cocktail on top, it's gonna kind of help melt that cocktail at a good state, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm pouring some hot water to kind of activate the essential oils on the bottom of the service piece. So as you can see and smell, it's gonna kind of make it smell like a real forest. Like walking through a forest with greens and flowers.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, you can't smell that.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
You should bottle this into a cologne.
when you're ready, you can go ahead and reach into the cocktail and you can actually reach to grab that sphere.
Wow. That's wild.
You know, one guest gets it, 10 other guests will get it. And
Because they see it at someone else's table and they're like, we want that.
exactly, yeah. And plus, like with social media and stuff, a lot of people post pictures of it.
Cheers.
Now this was definitely my kind of story. I'm Darrin Maharaj with
Tiana Atapattu.
Marissa Lennox.
for
Zoomer News.